Hello and welcome, I'm Saffron from saffrondominises.com, and in today's video we're going to be looking at EFT for body confidence. So you can use this video whether you're working on weight loss and body confidence together, or whether you're working on body confidence for a different reason that's not connected to weight loss. We can lack confidence in our body for all kinds of reasons. We're presented with a very narrow standard of what bodies should look like, and whichever aspect of us doesn't conform to that, we can start to lack confidence in that unless we're able to recognise that in fact there is a huge range of diversity in the real world and that there is beauty in all of that. So if that is a message that you would like to embed into your heart as well as your mind, then let's do some tapping right now. So if you haven't done one of these videos before, all you need to do is tap on yourself where I'm tapping on myself and repeat the words that I'm saying. So let's begin. So even though I don't feel at all confident in my body, I just don't feel like it looks great. And I feel a bit disconnected from it. It's okay that I feel that way. And I love and accept myself anyway. Even though I have all kinds of difficult feelings about my body. And I really struggle to love or even accept it just as it is. That's okay. I accept that I have those feelings. And I choose to begin to love and accept myself now. Even though I've never really been able to accept my body exactly the way that it is. It's just not the way that I think it should be. That's okay. I accept that I have these feelings and all of this conditioning. And I begin to choose to love and accept myself now. I don't feel great about the way my body looks. I never really have. I feel really underconfident about it. And I try to hide it as much as I can. There's a sense of shame about my body. It doesn't look the way that I want it to. Or the way that I think other people would want it to. And there's just nothing I can do about that. There's a real limit to how much I can change my body. There's not much I can do. So I feel like I'm stuck with all of this shame. All of this lack of acceptance. Somewhere along the line, I learnt that the way my body isn't the way a body should be. This isn't what I'm supposed to look like. I'm supposed to look like the women that I see on TV. And I just don't. I'm not like them. And I feel like I have to hide that. I'm always working so hard to hide that. To hide my imperfections. I feel like I have so many imperfections. I'm just not the way I feel like I should be. People wouldn't like the way my body looks. It's really important to hide it from them. That's always felt really true for me. I'm afraid of being laughed at. Afraid of being ridiculed. And so I dress very carefully to try to hide the shape of my body, to try to draw attention away from me. I don't want anyone to look at me. I don't want anyone to find out that my body isn't how it's supposed to be. Somehow I've learnt what a body should look like. Somewhere along the line I've picked up that message. I've noticed that really narrow definition of what a woman's body should look like. And I've compared myself to that. It didn't feel like a happy comparison. I don't fit into that narrow window of okayness. That very narrow window of beauty that we're led to believe is all that's acceptable. I'm not that shape. I'm not that size. I don't look like that. And I've been led to believe that that's not okay. That I need to do everything in my power to change how I look. By wearing clothes that hide my shape. By dieting and exercising. By trying all kinds of different things to make me feel different. To bring me closer to that narrow window. That narrow definition of what a woman should look like. Part of me feels like I'll never look like that. And that feels really hopeless to me. I'm never going to look like the women on TV. I wonder if that could be okay. It really doesn't feel okay. I don't want to have this problem forever. But what if I didn't have to have this problem? Or change the way that I look? It seems unlikely that that could work. But what if I could broaden the definition of beauty? What if there would be a way of making that change? At least within my own mind. Because in reality, can beauty really be that narrow? I wonder if I could change that definition. Make that definition so that I could fit into it. Or so that it could fit around me. Would it ever be possible to redefine beauty around myself? I know there are beautiful women that don't fit into that box. That don't have those exact measurements. I know there are beautiful women that might even be shaped like me. And so I wonder what's different about them. Why do they get to be beautiful without conforming to these definitions? I wonder what that could be. Maybe it's their attitude. Maybe it's just their way of thinking. Perhaps they just don't think about the narrow definitions. Perhaps they've stopped trying to squeeze into a box that was never going to fit them in the first place. I wonder if their confidence might come from seeing their own beauty. I wonder if it'll ever be possible for me to see my own beauty. I can't see it right now. I've never been able to see it in the past. But I wonder if I could learn that there is beauty in the way that I look, exactly as I am, without changing anything. I wonder if I could redefine beauty around myself, redefine confidence around myself. I wonder if I could feel good even without hiding myself. Maybe the time for hiding is over. Maybe it's time to own my shape. To accept that my shape is beautiful too. To accept that I can create my own definitions. I'm ready to step into confidence now. It might feel a long way off at the moment, but I'm ready to learn, step by step, about the beauty in my uniqueness. Could my uniqueness be beautiful? All the images of beauty that I see are very, very similar. There's no uniqueness in those. There's nothing interesting in those. I wonder if there could be beauty in uniqueness. Beauty in confidence. And I wonder if I could find this confidence now. What would it take to step into that confidence? What would it take for me to believe that I'm beautiful? Without anyone else's feedback. What if my belief came first? And no one else's belief mattered? Then I could step into confidence. Then I could believe myself to be beautiful. Then there would be no more need to hide. And I could love and accept my body exactly as it is. Take a deep breath. So that might feel like a stretch for you at the moment, or it might feel like something's beginning to shift. Repeat it as many times as you need to and see what happens. We put a lot of emphasis on the word beauty there. If that doesn't feel relevant for you, then do change it. And if you are getting cross with me for the emphasis on beauty with regard to women, then I can entirely see your point, and it's only important if it's important to you. I'm not suggesting that women have to be beautiful and it's part of their responsibility, because it's not. This is all about how you feel inside and the amount of love that you can find for yourself. It's not about anyone else's perception of you, and really that should never matter, though I know that it does, and it can be hard to step out of that, so I'm not judging you for caring about what other people think either. So I hope that you found that helpful, and if you have any comments, questions, feedback, suggestions for future videos, then do get in touch. My details are at the end of the video. Thank you for taking part. Bye bye.